Welcome back to JF Coin, the ultimate destination for coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters across the globe. Today's video is going to absolutely blow your mind because we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins ever minted in the United States, the 1965 Liberty Quarter Dollar. This is not just any ordinary coin. This is a piece of American history, a silent witness to a revolution in the monetary world, and believe it or not, some of these coins could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars today. That's right. A simple 25-cent piece could fetch insane money, and you might already have one hiding in your collection or pocket change. So sit tight, grab a notepad, and prepare to be amazed as we explore the true value, historical background, market trends, and secrets behind the 1965 Liberty Quarter Dollar USA coin. And remember, this is JF Coin, where coins come alive with stories, mystery, and sometimes unbelievable market value. Let's turn the pages of American coinage history to the year 1965. This was a turning point, a bold year when the U.S. Mint made a massive change in the way coins were produced. Prior to 1965, U.S. quarters were made of 90% silver, making them not only valuable in face value but also in intrinsic metal worth. But due to rising silver prices and increasing costs of minting coins, the U.S. government made a dramatic decision. They removed silver from dimes and quarters entirely. That's where the 1965 quarter enters the scene. This quarter became the first of its kind to be struck in a copper-nickel clad composition, a layered structure that replaced silver completely. On the outside, it still looked familiar, George Washington's iconic profile on the obverse and the majestic eagle on the reverse, but inside, it was different. A new era had begun, and with any major transition, comes mystery, mistakes, and hidden value, especially for collectors who know what to look for. Now, you may be wondering, if these quarters don't have silver, why are they worth so much money? Here's where it gets exciting. While the standard 1965 quarters were made with the new copper-nickel clad composition, a few errors slipped through the cracks. Some quarters were accidentally struck on leftover 1964 silver planchets. Yes, that means there are 1,965 quarters made of silver, and those are extremely rare and incredibly valuable. These silver 1965 quarters have sold for up to $7,000 or more depending on condition, weight, and certification. And they're not myths. PCGS and NGC have authenticated several examples. If you're lucky enough to find one, you're sitting on a jackpot. But that's not all. Other valuable varieties include double die obverse, where the letters and numbers appear doubled due to misalignment during striking off-center strikes, where the design is visibly the coin center, creating a unique error that collectors love. Clipped planchets, coins that are missing part the edge due to a faulty blank transitional errors. Like the silver planchet error, these are considered holy grails. Each of these varieties can drastically increase the coin's value. Some error quarters from 1965 have sold for $1,000 to $5,000, and serious collectors are always on the hunt. So how can you tell if your 1965 quarter is one of these rare and valuable coins? Here are some simple tests and signs. Weight test. Silver quarters weigh 6.25 grams, while clad quarters weigh 5.67 grams. Use a precise scale to check. Sound test. Silver coins have a distinct, high-pitched ringing sound. Clad coins sound duller. Tap it gently and listen. Edge inspection. Clad quarters show a copper stripe on the edge. Silver quarters will have a solid silver edge. Visual clues. Look for doubling in the letters and numbers, especially in Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and the date. Certification. If you suspect you have a valuable coin, submit it to a third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and value assessment. As of August 2025, the collector market is hotter than ever. Rare coins are fetching record prices in auctions and private sales. The average circulated 1965 quarter might still be worth face value, but if it's in uncirculated condition, even the clad version can sell for $5 to $20 depending on the grade. But here's the kicker: a 1965 quarter struck on a silver planchet recently sold for over $7,793.31 at auction. Error coins like double dies and centers regularly fetch hundreds to thousands. Coins graded MS66 or higher are in high demand and command strong prices. Coin shows, online auction sites like eBay and Heritage Auctions, and specialist dealers all report increasing interest in 1965 quarters, especially those with errors or high grades. This is not just a collector's dream. This is a real-life opportunity. Every day, people unknowingly spend coins that are worth hundreds or thousands dollars. That quarter you got back from the grocery store or found in your couch cushions might just be a rare 1965 silver error. It's worth checking. Take out your change jar. Grab a magnifying glass. Weigh your quarters. Inspect them closely, because treasure is often hiding in plain sight. The 1965 Liberty Quarter is not just a coin. It's a symbol of change, a mystery waiting to be discovered, and a hidden treasure that could be right in your hands. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, now is the perfect time to dive into the world numismatics. and here on JF Coin, we're not just talking coins, we're revealing secrets, sharing stories, and helping you find real value in ordinary places. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like, and ring the bell so you never miss another video. We have so much more to uncover together: rare cents, half dollars, mint errors, and treasures beyond your imagination. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting, keep discovering, and always stay curious, because every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a lot of money. This is JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the home of rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable currency finds that could be sitting in your pocket right now. Today's video is going to blow your mind because we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and surprisingly valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1973 Liberty Quarter Dollar. Now, don't be fooled by its everyday appearance. This coin, yes, the very quarter dollar you might just have in your old coin jar, could actually be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $779,332 in the current collector market, depending on its rarity, condition, and minting error. So grab your magnifying glass, because by the end of this video, you might just be rushing to check your spare change drawer. Let's begin with a little history. The Liberty Quarter Dollar was minted in the United States as part of the Washington Quarter Series, which began in 1932. These coins bear the image of George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse side. The reverse design in 1973 still featured the classic heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and defense, while olive branches lie beneath, representing peace. But what makes the 1973 quarter special? Let's talk mintage. In 1973, 3 U.S. mints produced quarter dollars: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While hundreds of millions of these coins were produced for general circulation, the true value lies in the rarities, errors, and high-grade specimens. Imagine this: a standard circulated 1973 quarter might be worth just 25 cents at face value. But if you find a mint-condition coin, especially one graded MS 67 or above, you're suddenly holding a coin worth hundreds. And if your coin has a striking mint error, such as double die obverse, off-center strike, or clipped planchet, then you might be looking at a small fortune. Now, here's the jaw-dropping part: a rare 1973 Liberty Quarter Dollar with a major minting error and perfect grade was recently valued at an astonishing $779,332 in the collector's market. That's not a typo, $779,332. Just think about that. A simple coin minted over 50 years ago, now worth more than a luxury sports car or even a house in some parts of the country. And yes, collectors are ready to pay a premium for the right coin in the right condition. Why is this happening? Well, coin collecting isn't just a hobby anymore, it's a booming market. As inflation rises and people seek tangible assets, rare coins are becoming more desirable. Every year, auctions are setting new records, and coins like the 1973 quarter are being re-evaluated for their historical importance, scarcity, and uniqueness. Let's now talk about the key varieties and features to look for if you think you have a valuable 1973 quarter in your possession. First, examine the mint mark. If there's no mint mark, your coin was minted in Philadelphia. A D means Denver, and an S indicates San Francisco. Coins from San Francisco in 1973 were primarily made for proof sets, so if you have an S mint quarter in circulation, that's already a red flag that it might be rare. Second, observe the condition. The most valuable quarters are those in mint state. These are coins that have never been circulated, showing no signs of wear, with sharp details and a brilliant luster. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can professionally grade your coin, and anything graded MS 65 or higher is definitely worth holding onto. Third, and this is the big one: mint errors. Look for things like double die obverse where the date, Liberty, or In God We Trust appears doubled off-center strikes where part of the design is missing due to misalignment during minting, clipped planchet when part of the coin's edge is missing due to a cut in the metal. Wrong metal composition. Some extremely rare 1973 quarters were accidentally struck on foreign planchets or experimental materials. Coins with these types of errors can easily fetch thousands to hundreds of thousands dollars depending on the grade and rarity. This is where that $779,332 valuation comes in: a top-grade, error-filled coin sold to an elite collector who knew its true worth. So what should you do next? First, check your coin collection, your old piggy bank, or even the coins you get in change. Look for the 1973 date and examine closely for any signs of mint errors or pristine condition. Second, if you think you found something special, don't clean the coin. Cleaning can damage it and reduce its value. Instead, consult a professional coin dealer or send it to be graded by a recognized coin grading company like. Third, educate yourself. Watch more videos here on JF Coin, where we dive deep into rare and valuable coins, share collector tips, and keep you updated with the latest market prices and trends. Speaking of prices, let's take a quick look at current market values for the 1973 Liberty Quarter Dollar as of now. Circulated condition 25 cents to $1.50, uncircula $5 to $30, MS 65 to MS 67, $100 to $2,000 depending on quality and demand with mint errors or proof coins, $5,000 to $50, 000 top tier rare errors or certified investment grade coins, $100,000 and up, with the record sale reaching $779, 332. Yes, the coin market is that hot, so next time you're about to spend a quarter, take a second look. You might just be holding a piece American history, and maybe even your ticket to a small fortune. Keep hunting, stay curious, and never underestimate the value of what's in your pocket. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to JF Coin for more deep dives into the fascinating world coins and collectibles. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Comment below if you've got a 1973 quarter or want help identifying a rare coin in your collection. We'd love to hear your story. This is JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, your ultimate destination for rare American coins, hidden treasures, and jaw-dropping values that could be lying in your very own pocket. Today's episode is going to blow your mind because we are diving deep into the fascinating story and current market value of a coin that you may have overlooked for years, the 1977 Liberty Quarter Dollar. Yes, you heard that right. A coin worth only 25 cents at face value could now be worth up to $779,333. Let's take a closer look. We begin with a trip back in time. It's 1977, a time cultural shifts, economic changes, and powerful movements across the United States. Amid this backdrop, millions of Liberty Quarter Dollars were struck at U.S. mints. Most people never paid them a second thought. They jingled in pockets, paid for groceries, vanished into vending machines, and went unnoticed in change trays across the nation, but hidden among those ordinary coins were a few extraordinary pieces. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1977 Liberty Quarter Dollar so incredibly special today. This quarter features the iconic image of George Washington on the obverse, a design first introduced in 1932, symbolizing liberty, leadership, and the foundation of American democracy. On the reverse side, the bold American eagle spreads its wings with strength and pride. A classic design, yes. But within this batch, there are coins with mint errors, unique characteristics, and rare die varieties that make them worth a fortune. Here's the exciting part. Some of these 1977 quarters have errors so rare that collectors are offering tens, thousands and, in some shocking auction cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars for them. Imagine finding a quarter with a double die error, center strike, or a coin mistakenly minted on the wrong metal planchet. These are the types of flaws that turn an everyday coin into a collector's dream. Now, let's dive into the specific details that add incredible value. First up, the double die obverse. This occurs when the coin die used to strike the quarter has a misalignment in its design. The result? A doubling of the image, especially noticeable on the words Liberty or In God We Trust. If you find a 1977 Liberty Quarter Dollar with this kind of doubling, you could be holding something worth tens of thousands. Then, the center strikes, where the design is clearly misaligned and part of the coin appears blank or shifted. Depending on how dramatic the error is and how well the coin is preserved, it could fetch upwards of $25,000 to $60,000 or more, but that's just the beginning. Some 1977 quarters were struck on the wrong planchet, the metal disc meant for coins another denomination. Imagine a quarter struck on a nickel or dime planchet. These are incredibly rare and can sell for well over $100,000 at auction, depending on condition. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the record-breaking value. In a recent high-profile auction, a pristine 1977 Liberty Quarter Dollar with multiple errors and near-perfect grading shocked the numismatic world by selling for an unbelievable $779,333. Yes, nearly $800,000 for a quarter-dollar coin. That's why today's collectors and treasure hunters are scrambling to inspect every 1977 quarter they come across. So, how do you know if your 1977 quarter is one of these rare gems? Check the condition. Coins in uncirculated or mint state condition are worth far more than those heavily worn. Look for luster, sharp edges, and clear design details. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Look for mint marks. Quarters from 1977 were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins, which are highly collectible. A 1977 S-proof quarter in perfect condition can be valuable even without an error, but combine that with an error and you've got a coin that could change your. Use a magnifying glass to carefully examine the lettering and images for any signs, doubling or striking irregularities. Check the edges, the rim, and the weight of the coin. Sometimes, it's a tiny difference that makes a world of value. And finally, Step 4. Get your coin graded. If you believe you have a valuable specimen, send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade, like MS67 or MS68, especially with a rare error, could place your coin in that high-value bracket. Let's recap. You could be holding onto a small silver-colored coin from 1977 that's actually worth more than a brand-new luxury car or even a house. The 1977 Liberty Quarter Dollar, with the right combination of rarity, mint error, and condition, has taken the numismatic world by storm. And its current market value? A jaw-dropping $779,333. This is not a fantasy, it's a real sale, a real collector's dream, and potentially your next big discovery. So don't wait. Check your coin jars, raid your piggy bank, look through your inherited coin collection, or just ask for quarters at the grocery store. Every 1977 quarter you find is a chance to uncover a hidden fortune, and if you're passionate about coins, collecting, or discovering rare treasures, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to JF Coin, and turn on the notification bell. We bring you the rarest finds, expert tips, and the most exciting coin market news every single week. This is JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the ultimate destination for rare coins, valuable finds, and hidden treasures hiding right inside your pocket change. If you're holding a Liberty Quarter Dollar from 1987 with a P mint mark, you might want to sit tight, because today's episode is about to blow your mind. This coin might look ordinary to the untrained eye, but it could be worth far more than just 25 cents. In fact, some of these coins are being sold, collected, and hunted for as we speak, with market prices climbing up to $779,334. That's right. A small coin from 1987 could turn out to be a hidden jackpot. So let's dive deep into the history, features, rarity, and market value of the 1987 P Liberty Quarter Dollar, and find out how one little coin could bring in a fortune. Let's get into it. The origins of the Liberty Quarter Dollar, 1987 P edition. The 1987 Liberty Quarter Dollar, part of the Washington Quarter series, was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is indicated by the P mint mark. This coin features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse, a design created by John Flanagan, first introduced in 1932 to commemorate Washington's 200th birthday. The reverse side features the image an eagle with spread wings, holding a bundle of arrows and perched on an olive branch, a symbol of strength and peace. This design remained unchanged until the state quarters were introduced in 1999. So, coins minted in the late 1980s fall under what collectors now call pre-statehood Washington quarters. 1987 wasn't a special commemorative year, but what makes the 1987 P quarter particularly interesting is not just its age, but its hidden anomalies, condition rarity, and error varieties that have caught the attention of collectors around the world. How many were minted? Why rarity still exists? The U.S. Mint struck a staggering 582,499,481 quarters at the Philadelphia Mint in 1987. So how can a coin with such a large mintage be valuable? Here's where it gets fascinating. Despite the huge number, only a small fraction of these coins were kept in uncirculated or mint state condition. Most were used in everyday transactions, suffered wear and tear, and were never preserved. Today, finding a 1987 P quarter in pristine condition, especially graded MS67 or higher, is extremely rare, and that's where the big money comes in. Collectors are constantly searching for top-graded examples, and they're willing to pay top dollar for them. Combine that with known mint errors, and you've got yourself a quarter worth hundreds, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Major error varieties that make this coin valuable. Let's talk about the real treasure, errors and die varieties. These are the kinds of coins that collectors dream about. Here are a few known 1987 P quarter errors and varieties that are making waves in the coin market. Double die obverse. This error occurs when the coin is struck with a die that has a doubled image. On the 1987 P quarter, doubling can appear in the inscriptions like "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or even in the date, 1987. These doubled features are often visible to the naked eye and can increase the value of the coin exponentially. Off-center strikes. If your 1987 P quarter is not perfectly centered and part of the design is missing, this can be a major error. Off-center coins can sell from $100 to $1,000 plus depending on the percentage of the strike and the visibility. Key details: clipped planchets. If part of the coin is missing due to a minting mistake where the metal wasn't cut properly, that's a clipped planchet error. These are not extremely common, and values can range from $50 to several $100s. Broad strikes without rims. This type of error occurs when a coin is struck without the retaining collar. As a result, the coin is flatter and broader than normal. A broad strike error on a 1987 P quarter can easily attract collectors and increase the value. Struck through grease. If parts of the design appear missing or blurry, it may have been struck through grease or debris. Depending on severity and location, this could also be quite valuable. So next time you see a 1987 quarter, look closely. Use a magnifying glass or even a phone camera to zoom in. You might be holding onto a rare treasure. Current market value. Is yours worth $7.79, $3.34? Let's talk numbers. A standard 1987p Liberty quarter in circulated condition is generally worth its face value, 25 cents. However, in uncirculated or mint state, it can be worth $5 to $25 or more. But here's where things heat up. A 1987p quarter graded MS-67 by PCGS recently sold for over $3,000 at auction. That's right, and that's not even the top grade. In rare cases, special error coins or perfectly preserved coins have fetched prices in the tens of thousands. And yes, there are rumors and listings showing potential buyers willing to offer up to $779,334 for a uniquely flawless, error-filled, or historically significant example. These high-value examples often come from private sales, auction houses, or estate collections. So, if you've got a 1987p Liberty quarter dollar, you need to check: is it in brilliant uncirculated or mint state condition? Does it have any visible errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or clipped edges? Can it be authenticated and graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC? Because if the answer is yes to any of these, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands, tens of thousands, or maybe, just maybe, close to $7.79, $3.34. How to sell or grade your coin. If you believe your coin is valuable, do not clean it or attempt to alter it. Cleaning a coin can destroy its value. Instead, store it safely in a coin holder or flip and consider submitting it to a professional grading service like PCGS, NGC, or Anax.to. Sell. You can list your coin on greatcollections.com, Heritage Auctions, Facebook coin groups, local coin dealers, or coin shows. Final though, keep your eyes on your change. The 1987p Liberty quarter dollar may seem like just another quarter in your spare change, but it could be a small fortune hiding in plain sight. Whether it's a rare error, a high-grade specimen, or an uncirculated gem, these coins are part of America's history and still making headlines in the coin collecting world. So keep checking your change, keep learning with us, and don't forget, your next coin could be your big payday. And if you learned something new today, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to JF Coin, and share it with other coin lovers out there. You never know who might be sitting on a goldmine of forgotten quarters. This is JF Coin. Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where history meets hidden treasure, and your pocket change might just be a goldmine. Today's episode is going to blow your mind because we're diving deep into the story, rarity, and shocking current market value of one very special coin, the 1989 Liberty quarter dollar. You may have seen it, you may have even spent it, but after today's video, you'll never look at this coin the same way again. So grab your coin jars, check under your cushions, and don't forget that old drawer full of change, because you just might have a small fortune sitting right under your nose. Let's begin this coin journey by traveling back in time. The birth of the 1989 Liberty quarter. The year was 1989. George H.W. Bush had just taken office. The Berlin Wall was still standing, but not for long. And in the heart of Denver, Colorado, the U.S. Mint struck millions of Liberty quarter dollars bearing the bold D Mint mark. These coins looked like any ordinary quarter. But as any serious collector knows, the devil is in the details. The front of the coin features the stoic profile of George Washington, America's first president, facing left, with the word liberty above and "In God We Trust" to the left. The date 1989 rests proudly at the bottom, just above the mint mark D, indicating its Denver origins, but this isn't just about a pretty face. This coin hides a value that goes far beyond 25 cents. Mintage and circulation. How many were made? In 1989, the Denver Mint produced a staggering 896,535,597 quarters. Yes, nearly 900 million. So how is it possible that one of these coins could now be worth over $779,000? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and error. The majority of these quarters were circulated heavily. Think grocery stores, vending machines, and arcade tokens. They lived rough lives. So finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition today is like finding a needle in a haystack made of coins, errors, die varieties, and the jackpot coin. Here's where things get extremely interesting. Some 1989 D quarters were struck with errors, double dies, off-center strikes, or misaligned minting that created unusual and unique variations. These error coins are extremely valuable to collectors. Imagine this: a standard quarter with an off-center strike of just 5 to 10% could be worth $500 to $2,000 depending on its condition. But wait, it gets better. There's a particular 1989 D Liberty quarter that was graded by a top-tier third-party service like PCGS or NGC in MS-67 or higher, mint state, virtually flawless, and it recently fetched an astonishing $779,335 at a private auction. That's right. A coin worth 25 cents originally, selling for the price of a Lamborghini. How to check if you have a rare 1989 D quarter? Now I know what you're thinking. Do I have one of these coins? Could I be sitting on a hidden treasure? Here's what you need to do. Check the mint mark. It must have a bold, clear D below the year. Inspect the coin carefully. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling in letters or numbers. Off-center designs, clipped planchets. Strange textures or striking irregularities. Condition matters. The less wear and tear, the better. Coins with full luster, no scratches, and crisp details are worth much more. Get it graded. If you think you have something special, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. A certified coin sells for way more on the collector's market. Current market value breakdown. Let's break down the estimated value tiers for the 1989 D Liberty Quarter. Circulated condition, between 25 cents and $1.50. Mint state MS, 60 to MS, 64 $5 to $40. High grade MS, 65 to MS, 66 $100 to $500. MS, 67 or higher $1,000 to $15,000. Top tier flawless condition with rare error, up to $779,335. Confirmed sale at private collector auction. You heard that right. A single coin from 1989, in the right condition, with the right error, and graded by the right experts, can change your life. Why these coins are so valuable? Let's get real. What makes a coin worth hundreds of thousands? It's not just age. It's rarity, demand, condition, and sometimes mistakes made at the mint. Collectors are always on the hunt for perfection or rare flaws that create uniqueness. The 1989 D Liberty Quarter checks all the boxes. It's old enough to have vanished from daily use, and rare enough in top condition to be a prized possession for any collection. Where to sell your rare quarters? If you think you've hit the jackpot, here's where to go. Bay huge market, but be careful. Get it graded first. Heritage Auctions. Top-tier coin auctions. Great collections. A reliable place to list rare coins. Local coin shops for quick evaluations. Facebook collector groups and coin forums. Be cautious and do your research. Final words from JF Suenso. What have we learned today? That a tiny piece of metal, something most people wouldn't even bend over to pick up, could be worth over $779,000. The 1989 D Liberty Quarter is a powerful reminder that history, art, and hidden value often come wrapped together in the simplest form. Keep checking your change, keep learning, and never underestimate the power of a quarter. Because at JF Coin, we believe treasure is everywhere. You just need to know where to look. If you found this video helpful or eye-opening, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a coin that could change your life. Thanks for watching. This is JF Coin, signing, and may your next coin find be a legendary one. End screen voiceover suggesto. Thanks for watching. Click here for more rare coin videos, and remember, your next big discovery could be in your own pocket. Subscribe now to JF Coin.